Yo, we good?
Yeah, we live. We live, baby.
Yo, thank you all again for hopping on with the guys for this Wednesday. Today is a monumental day for all of us. As of today, we are kicking everything off on Blackjack TV. We're actually live streaming on Zingo right now as we speak. We're also on Facebook Live, of course, and we're also on YouTube Live. So all of you out there who has been with us since day one, we appreciate the looks, we appreciate the love, we appreciate everything you guys have done. Now we at a different plateau going into the thing. Right now, we'll be talking about the Blackjack TV. Shout out to those guys over there. Salute. Dre, anything you want to give a shout out to Blackjack TV?
Hey man, I want to give a big shout out to Bobby and Danny. Those are the owners and the PDs. Danny, he checked us out. He brought us in. Bobby has shown us nothing but love. It's a family, and I appreciate the opportunity, and I appreciate the platform to move forward.
Absolutely, absolutely. Merv, how you feeling out there, my man?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm ready to do this thing. Make it do what it do, baby. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo,
We Here we go.
yo, he's already, and he was only drinking water right now. So just imagine.
30 seconds. Wait till you
30,
get on that. Wait till you get on that Jamaican juice.
it's a wrap already. Yo, so again, fellas, right now I know that we got a lot of stuff to get into tonight. We got a lot of great stuff we want to dive into tonight. We want to make this thing good. Those of you out there watching on Facebook Live, please leave some comments. Anyone that want to chime in on what we are talking about tonight, we have a bevy of great things we're going to go through. We'll make sure you guys get involved as well. So without further ado, Dre, you
What's
came
happening,
up
Pimpin'?
earlier this week with a great idea where you want to kick off starting this week where we're talking about reviewing old CDs, not necessarily classics, but old albums that we felt that need to get another look or another feel for. And
Yeah,
we
man.
decided to go with the all-around classic that everyone felt that was a classic and popular demand classic and popular vote classic, and that's Biggie's Ready to Die. All right, we're
Huh.
gonna dive right back into that album. That album released back in September of '94. The album started, the inception I think was '93, but released in '94 September. What was classic album, monster album, big, one of the best that ever did it. Some people consider him the GOAT, top five there alive, top three, whatever you want to call it, he's that. So it's very interesting that we're kicking off our new family, Zingo TV, Blackjack TV, with this whole classic, with the pre review of Ready to Die. So Dre, since this was your idea, this your brainchild, this your baby, I want to kick
I,
it off to you, man.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Are I mean, you asked us a question, but are you going to introduce us to the dang on Zingo TV world, my nigga? Like,
Man, they
what's
know who
up?
we are, man. They see us
Okay,
out.
facts.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
allow
I
me
mean,
to
they have seen
reintroduce.
us. We have been in rotation over the
Well,
past about 2 weeks. But yeah, man. So the idea came to me because me and you had a conversation. We did a Zoom battle where it was a very intimate setting, and we was talking about how growing up we always thought MJ was the man, but then as we became grown men, it was like, nah, Prince is that guy. So I just wondered if we did a review today of the shit that we listened to back then, what would you get? Would you feel the same if you truly sat back and analyzed it like you did when it first came out? And I'm sad to say, I'm finna piss some people off, but I'm sad to say that Ready to Die is not a classic.
Whoa,
If we're being honest, so listen, a classic, you have at best two skippable songs. I can live without on Ready to Die. I can live without the actual title track, Ready to Die. I can live without Everyday Struggle. I can live without. I definitely can live without Respect. I think Respect is horrible in my opinion. That was from day one, and I can live without Me and My Bitch. Like when it was some another thing about Biggie that we don't want to be honest about. Biggie had some shit that was said, and it's like, Biggie said, "I'll fuck RuPaul before I fuck them escape bitches," and I'm just saying, I don't think Candy is a bad looking young lady. So, or Biggie said, what'd he say? You look so good, I suck on your daddy's dick. I'm just saying, that's just not something that I can go with. Then, if we want to be honest, One More Chance is not great. Now, everybody's like, whoa, One More Chance is not great. Now, the remix is popping. The remix is the reason why Ready to Die was able to sell. That's my personal opinion. I just don't think it's a classic. Once you do the re-review and you listen to it today, Ready to Die is not a classic.
Woo! Woo! You came out I wasn't ready for that. I know you and I kind of talked behind the scenes a little bit for the past couple of days on it, and we kind of held back a little bit on what we was going to share because we wanted to be fresh for the show. But you kind of hit me across the head with that one. Merv, you looking like you're getting tight over there. What's going on, man? You got a masculine in the house?
No, that's that Gamecocks bullshit.
Yeah, hey, I'm representing for my Gamecocks. You know what I'm saying?
And see, it's gonna be a bad night because that Geechin is coming out already.
So, what do y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Mark and Merv right now.
You know what? For the first time since this motherfucking podcast started, I'm actually motherfucking speechless. I don't know how to fucking respond to that because the nigga threw me off. I was not expecting that shit. I'm not a Biggie fan. I'm a Tupac fan. But for that nigga said that Ready to Die was not a classic and start naming songs and say this song is bad, this song is bad, I was like Kevin Hart. No, you're not ready. Like, yo, wow. Well, first of all, and Mark, whenever something comes in your head, you can start speaking because you just as speechless as I am right now.
But how about this? Now let's let Sean, you jump in there. Let's see where Sean stands. Since y'all so speechless.
I was about to start talking.
Yeah, go ahead, Merv.
Go ahead.
Don't say you speechless, motherfucker.
Shut up, boy.
No, oh yeah. For 5 motherfucking seconds, 5 Mississippi, I was fucking speechless. I don't know what the fuck to say. Like I really expected all us to come and give this motherfucker praise, you know what I'm saying, and talk about that shit. But this motherfucker came out the gate and said it's. So anybody, correct me if I'm wrong. Back in the day, when we had the 1 mic, 2 mic, 3 mic, was that a 5 mic album? Can anybody remember?
It was.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think it was a 5 mic album.
Time out. Because
I'm asking.
No, but hold on, time out. Because I think so the people don't understand is Merv is kind of slow. So Merv doesn't listen to instructions. The instructions are to listen to the album as though you've never heard it. So, and it's a different time frame now. So you have different ideas, you have different thoughts, you have, different mannerisms when it comes to music. So let's, I just wanted to say that piece.
You done?
Nah, I ain't done or finished.
No,
listen. I brought that shit to make a point. Like if I remember correctly, this shit was a 5 mic album. And I can refer back in the day and separate myself to the day. I'm talented like that. So don't try to diss my goddamn skill set of being able to go back and then come back and act like I didn't heard it before, okay, motherfucker? Just because you can't do that shit. Now back to what the fuck I was saying. If I remember correctly, this shit was a 5 mic album. So now he gonna straight talk shit about a 5 mic album by the hip hop great. Yeah, I disagree with you. I disagree with you on that. And I can listen to the whole. I disagree with you on that shit. I can listen to the whole album. And I'm not even a Biggie fan or Biggie stan, but when you listen to the album, even if you listen to the day, based off the, can I still remember the comments that Biggie said? Can I do that, Dre? Is that okay? But when Biggie made the album, he called the shit Ready to Die. And the reason why he called it shit Ready to Die, he was born in poverty. He was in the streets. He was hustling. That's how he was making a living. That's all he knew. That's all he cared about at that time before he met Puffy, and Puffy put him on and asked him to get out the streets. Let's concentrate on his music. So he called the album Ready to Die because the kind of life that he was living, he said you had to have that mentality that at any moment you could get caught slipping and you gotta be ready to die. That's where the name of the album comes from. All right. So if I never heard this shit before and I heard Biggie say it and give that explanation, then when I listen to the album from start to finish, it's beautifully written based on his thoughts, his life experience, and what the fuck he was going through. From beginning of the album, he's giving birth. All right. He's born into this shit. And throughout the album, he gives like a brief synopsis of his life and his thoughts during that time. Me and my bitch, when you in the streets, if you listen to the song, you talking about how his bitch got caught and he got to go and give revenge. That's street shit. Me and my bitch. Street niggas, call their girls. Yo, that's my bitch right there. All right. One more chance. You probably didn't like it because this big album was raw. Everything was raw. That's all he fucking knew. So based off his experiences, it was raw, but it was beautifully written. His storytelling, beautiful. Even though you might not like what you said that you heard, I'm pretty sure even when you listen to it, you still got a photograph or a picture or a frame of every fucking thing that he was talking about in every goddamn song.
Facts. He's a storyteller.
Huh?
Yeah.
He's a storyteller. So facts. Him and Scarface are one of the same, just from different regions. They're gonna tell you a story. That doesn't mean that the story, you know what I'm saying, like it matches up to the beat, it matches up to the production. That doesn't mean all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, yo, let me get to the one more chance shit. Let me get right there, right? In the beginning of the song, that has to be one of the best intros ever because it was about like 10 chicks on the line trying to find out where this bull at. What is you doing? How come you ain't with me? I'm like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, you know, like back then, if you was pimping like that, or whenever in your life you was pimping, right? That shit has happened to you or somebody you know, right? So I'm just like, right there, I'm like, okay, cool. That's exactly, you know, he set the song up just like that, right? Now, just like Merv said, most of this album was raw, right? Probably except Juicy and Big Papa. That's the only showing Diddy Cone. Yeah, no, listen what I'm saying. You ain't let me finish. Listen what I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, I got you. Raw. Apologies.
Juicy and Big Papa were definitely Puff influence cuts. Definitely, right? Because that was straight R&B, and he was just like, yo.
That's for the radio, Mark. That's for the radio.
Exactly.
Right, that's for the radio. That's just to get that's just to get the album out there and get people to buy the album.
You got to understand this album, right? The beats, how they go hard, how they, you know, and I mean, this is Easy Mo B. This is all of those guys doing the production. I mean, these guys were great.
Primo.
You know, back on that. You know, I'm just like, yo, this album you can just play straight because the beats were just that good. And then lyrically, he also is that good. So I'm just like, yo, I'm skipping me and my bitch. Like, yo, I felt that. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. I felt that shit. I'm just like, yo.
Did y'all do y'all homework and listen to the album?
I did
in the past 2 or 3 days.
I did listen to the album.
I did.
I did listen to the album. And just like Mark said. Hold up. So because we don't agree with your ass, you think we listen to the fucking album?
Yeah,
is that what
you
you're
always
to say?
wrong. In my opinion,
just because we don't agree with your ass,
wrong.
or we listen to the fucking album.
You're wrong with the
Did
college
you listen
that
to
you
the
went
fucking album
to.
saying that bullshit? But go ahead.
You wrong with the college you went to. You wrong with the position that you played. You're wrong for the coach that you played for, and you're wrong for the college basketball team you root for.
Whoa.
Man, yo.
My bad. He sent me. Merv sends me on a tangent.
With a Bills hat on, right? With a Bills hat on.
You motherfucker right.
I went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost all of them.
Hey,
and
we
lost
off topic
all of
right
them.
now. We off topic right now.
I digress. right.
Man.
But real talk, y'all did lost to the Cowboys, and it wasn't even close. But that's neither here nor there.
We off topic.
Okay, right.
Can we
right.
get back on topic? Can we stay
Yeah,
on topic, fellas?
Let's get back on topic because hey Dre, you know, and this is another reason why you should like that album, right? Because with you being a fucking Bills fan, losing 4 straight Super Bowls, you had to have suicidal thoughts, and suicidal thoughts is one of the best fucking dark lyrics of the goddamn album, right?
Shit.
Like,
Flag on the
so
play,
how
flag
could
on
you
the
not
play.
like
Oh, my
that?
goodness.
Being a fucking Bills fan.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Hold up, Murray.
Time out, man.
Yo,
Hey, what is
Murray.
happening here?
Murray, you went a little too far with that.
I feel attacked right now. I'm distraught right now. I'm emotionally distraught.
Merv,
Listen.
that was one of the most savage things you ever
Yeah,
said.
Merv.
Nathaniel Allen will be proud.
Right.
Because Merv is on
Yo.
Tokyo Juice tonight. No more Tokyo Juice for Merv.
Speaking of
Sean,
Tokyo,
Please
Hey.
please step in, Sean.
yeah. Speaking of Tokyo, I just got the Tokyo.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Here we go. What the fuck?
Hey, retail value 170, resale value is at 340. Call it your boy. But anyhow,
That's what we doing? We making
agree-
plugs?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do that.
I'm
All right,
just-
go ahead.
I agree with Dre.
Yo, hold up. Gotta have me on some real man. Look, what? I can't I'm still bugging, yo. My bad, Sean. I ain't mean to interrupt you, but I'm still bugging that this nigga just straight. Like, I can't believe he came up with that shit, man.
I get it.
Oh my goodness.
I agree with Dre, and I also agree with Merv. And here's why.
This
I
nigga,
don't agree with
he go to diplomacy
No.
again.
Here's
It's
why.
always diplomacy with the Marine. Simplify.
Here's why I
Gotta
agree.
probably have me on some real strict
Please
shit.
tell me.
No sleeping all day. Get my dick licked. Lounging in
why I
paradise.
agree.
Fuck
Here's
that
why I
shit.
agree.
I wanna shoot
Merv.
guns and throw dice. Oh, I'm sorry.
The fuck? Merv, here's why I agree. I went back and listened to that album a couple of times yesterday, back and forth. I found myself skipping some joints that I probably wouldn't play straight through, even on the first go around. And I had to go back and think about circa 94, 14-year-old Sean listening to Ready to Die then. When this album came out, it was coming out in the midst of, in my opinion, the Wu-Tang Forever reign. Like Wu-Tang was reigning at that time because you had Into the 36 that came out in 93. Meth came out in 94. I think that ODB came out like around that same, I think 95, ODB came out. And then
With
you had
Ghost, Purple Tape. Yeah.
it was like
All that was 95.
All
I
looking
was
around because that would led to the song The What when
Yeah,
Biggie
yeah.
and Method Man was
Right.
going back and forth because there was
Right.
some
me
undisclosed beef, friendly competition between them in
Yeah.
that song. So yeah, you're
Let me-
correct.
It was a good sparring match. It was a good sparring match.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. When Biggie album dropped, that's all we played in Philly.
Of
We're
course.
You
not
ain't
talking
getting no
about
run.
when it dropped.
We're
We're
not
talking about now.
But that's what I'm
Even
saying. We're
now,
not
we
talking.
play that shit.
But here's the thing: we're not talking about
Come on.
94. 94 is different than 2020. We're talking about has that album grew with you, period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
14-year-old Sean was like, yo, Biggie is nice. I'm still gonna play this Wu-Tang though. You know what I mean? You know, it was good. Me listening to it now, the reason why I kind of agree with now, I still think Ready to Die is a classic. Let me frame that correctly. Ready to Die is still a classic. Lyrics, A+, A1 lyrics. You cannot get any better than that. The production was really gritty, really gritty.
Okay.
Once you get to that second song,
How many songs are skippable on a classic?
I skip Juicy all the time. I skip Juicy when it first came out.
I think, but you skip Juicy. I think people skip Juicy just because of its
Because they
commercial
hear it so
success.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
because
yeah.
not because it's not tough.
Man.
How many songs are skippable on a classic album?
Look, I ain't skip
Everyday
shit
Struggle.
on Biggie album. You know, I'm like, them beats went hard. That's exactly what you want to hear, especially when you ride. Like, I don't know how everybody else ride, but I want hard ass shit when I ride, and that shit thump, bang,
So
bang,
what's the
bang.
y'all don't thump up north, man. Y'all play
So you know
6x9s
Come on,
and
man.
shit.
Come on, man.
All right, so-
listen, we don't do that smooth shit up here, man. We want that shit to be hard, man.
Y'all play 6x9s up north, man.
Man, y'all play serious smooth shit down there.
No, I didn't say smooth. I said 6x9s. I said that's what y'all.
So I think I got all right.
What's the last classic album to come to y'all hands? What's the last classic album that you're saying, hey, this is a certified hip hop classic? I don't care what the public say. I don't care what Double XL, Source. I don't care what none of that shit got to say. What do you say is the last classic album to enter your hands?
Ah, shit, I don't know. I'm just thinking about what's classic. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
So all right, so I'm complicated. Now I do have one in my head, but I do have one in my head, but I call it a modern day classic because me personally, I don't view the production and the lyrics and everything. I don't think it's the same as quality today on the past 5 to 7 years as it was in the 90s. I felt like they took more due diligence and put more work in their craft. But in my mind, the modern day classic, man, it might not match up with the classics in the past, but probably the last modern day classic with
Are you gonna spit it out today or tomorrow?
I ain't lying, nigga. Come on.
Shit.
Nigga, hey, he built it up and just
right. Like that was enough time for you to get it together. Like, nigga, what?
You gotta go in a deep thought and think of a classic. What is a classic? What is it?
I'm trying to think.
The fuck?
Yeah.
You did the build up. You don't know what it is?
Hey, Hassan said GKMC. I'm sorry, but I don't know what that is. You gotta spell that shit out for me.
That must be a Georgetown local artist.
Yo, don't do that, yo. Nigga, you from something, nigga.
Oh, Sean is definitely from something. That nigga is not from Queens.
What? Is that an S?
That's the
Merc City.
So I would say my last certified classic, even though it's not a official album, is Beloved by Dave East and Styles P. I think the production on that shit is immaculate. And I think Styles was able to show why he's so important to the Locks.
Right.
Because he was with somebody that holds his own, but at the same time, it had no similarities to anything that Jada or Sheik would do. So Styles showed his worth to the Locks on that album. Dave East came into his own on this album, even though it's a mixtape per se, but it's all fresh production and all fresh lyrics. That is the last certified classic that comes to my head off top.
Man,
that you feel is a classic.
Yeah, that I feel is a classic.
I'll say like this for me. The way I look at it, I'm just like whatever I think a classic might be today, and like Merv said, it just don't match up to the past. Like it ain't gonna match up to the Chronic or Doggy Style or none of that shit. It just ain't, right? But it doesn't mean that albums weren't good. Now that album, that Jazzy Jeff was on with Lil Brother, I love that album. I thought that album was fire. Right now, is it a classic? I'm that's debatable compared to Doggy Style and shit like that. But I'm like, is it really good? Yes, it's really good.
LB has only dropped classics. Let's be clear.
No.
Them North Carolina boys has dropped nothing but classics. Let's be clear.
Just like, man, it's pretty good. Yeah, Stacks, you're right. Good Kid, Mad City.
Good.
Kendrick's album, that was really, really good. I like it.
444 is not a classic.
444 is not a classic. 444
No, it's not a classic. So the most recent last album that I listened to from start to finish, and I felt the shit was fucking dope all overall, was No Dope on Sundays, Sahai.
That is a dope album.
That's a good
That is a very dope album. No Dope on Sundays. Yes. When he has them chords playing and fucking Jagged Edge come in on that shit, that is a very dope. When he take the bass away and he let Pusha ride, that is No Dope on Sundays is a very tough album. I agree. For the first time in life, I agree with Murph.
It's some that are good. It's some that, like I said, it's some that are good. I'm like, now, when What You Call dropped, and this wasn't even an album, this is a mixtape. This is really really all Philly. And then, this is what got Meek Mill to T.I. was Flamers, right? I mean, that was gritty, it was raw, and Philly really was going through a transition. Like, we didn't really know what was coming next. State Property was starting to dissolve a little bit. Gilly was off the scene in the Major Figures. So who was next coming from Philly? And then he came out with this, and then T.I. co-signed it. And that's how he got with T.I. You know, we were playing that nonstop in Philly. And me and
What album are you talking about?
Meek Mill, the mixtape that got him on, Flamers 2, that got him really to the start of where he's at. But that was just straight raw. That was just all raw. Like, you know, that's how it was.
I mean, I think the biggest thing, classics. I think classics is right now, in my opinion, it's based on the listener at this point, right? Because you talk about the classics that everyone considered the classics, and kind of going back to the Biggie Ready to Die.
Mhm.
You know, we call Biggie's Ready to Die a classic because it was deemed the classics since day one. And you got to ask yourself, did that album grow? You know what I mean, with time. Some albums, they don't grow with time.
You know what? Okay. Saying that, you know what? Yeah, saying that, I could agree with you.
Nigga, I said the same shit 15 minutes ago.
Hey, Sean articulated better than you, nigga.
Right, that's what I do.
You know what I'm saying? Change
It don't sound right coming from you, Dre. It don't sound right coming from you, Dre.
That's what it is.
all that is.
I told you. Niggas just want to go against me just because.
Because now that you say that, Life After Death aged much better than Ready to Die.
Right.
So
it sounds it sounds more crisp, more sharp, more modern.
Yeah. If we talk, from that angle, I get with that. I get with that.
I mean, but you got to think though, right? What you call was like I said, it was. I mean, Ready to Die was a raw album. I mean, raw,
no doubt.
So usually, you know, when you hear some raw shit and it's from back then, right? And then you hear it now, it's like, all right, well, maybe I'm not just in that mode. I want something a little more smoothed out. I get that part, right? But it doesn't mean that the album wasn't dope. It just means that, all right, man, it's like 18 tracks full of raw. Like, I don't know.
That's the thing. I think we're missing my point. My point is, I'm talking as of today. So listen, there is nothing that's going to stop me from listening to fucking Ready to Die.
Right.
Like, I'm going to listen to it still. But those tracks that I named, they didn't age well. And therefore, today, it is not a classic. So the fact that I said this 15 minutes ago, and now y'all agree, this is my very first and my last show on Blackjack TV. I thank you, Danny and Bobby, for the opportunity.
With that being said, we have an opening. Auditions start tomorrow. Inbox me. No, but real talk though.
Your severance pay is a patch jersey. Your severance pay is a patch jersey with
right.
Get out of here.
Thank you for your service. You did honorable. But real talk, like, so when I listen to a lot of nostalgia music, right? When I mean in the zone, there's certain albums I have to play, right? And I said, man, this album still hits me the way it hit me years ago. You know what I mean? When I listen to for example, you listen to Blueprint, the first one. I think you can play that album today, back, and still get the same feeling.
Facts.
You know, and that's hands down. Not many albums you can do that to. You have to kind of put yourself in that space to absorb how that album made you feel during that time. I can even go back to Wu-Tang Forever. I remember Wu-Tang Forever came out in '97. You know what I mean? And I play that today and still get the same feeling of how it made me feel back then in '97.
Now you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with that, Sean. I know exactly what you're saying, but you also gotta be careful because sometimes you hear something today and make you have that same feeling something back in the day because that album is associated with an event,
A certain,
life
yeah,
event
certain point in life.
that you go back and catch that feeling. So you gotta make sure, is it the album or is it the event that the album is making your ass think about?
Yeah.
So you gotta be a little careful with that. But no, I agree though.
There's
So
certain joints you got to be able to separate what's synonymous to that song, that album with you and your life experience.
Yeah.
During that.
you're right. So Dre, when I said
He's still
you
speechless.
like Sean came out and said before I say anything, let me say this. It's definitely a classic. But Dre, when you came, you was like, yo, the shit just ain't that damn good. I can skip about 4 or 5 songs.
No. Today.
Yeah.
Today is not. But in my head, Ready to Die is gonna forever be a classic, just because, like Sean said, we're talking about 13, 14-year-old Dre. We're talking about Piedmont Courts. If y'all don't know, that was the worst projects in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we're talking about that time frame. We're talking about when I'm riding with my cousin Bit, and he's riding in the Q45. You know what I'm saying? And he has TVs with a fucking VCR. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so when that shit comes up, like, yeah, nigga, like, shit. And I was shotgun. So it's gonna forever be a classic for those reasons. But the purpose of the retro review is for you to go back and you to diagnose it with today's ears. With today's ears, nah, bruh. I'm not with it.
So, all right, so let me ask you this, Dre. So it could possibly still be a classic today because the music industry and the hip hop industry is so fucking watered down. So me, everybody here, we're going off of our ear from our ear has the 90s in it, has the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s in it.
Right.
So listening to today, we're gonna view it differently. Now that I get Sean brought it home. Now that I get what you're saying, yes, I can see that. But based off of the current hip hop,
I don't think
it might still be a classic.
I don't think that with today's I don't think today's hip hop is bad. I think today's radio is bad. And we had this conversation a while back, probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't think that hip hop is bad. I think radio is bad. And the reason why I say that, because I'm talking about like Beloved. I'm talking Saha the Prince. No Dope on Sundays. Right. If people take the time to listen to No Dope on Sundays, right, Saha is spitting some shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
Lil Brother just came out with an album about this time last year that gets no love, but it's highly critically acclaimed right, because it's so dope. Right. Y'all know how I feel about Big Crit. And I'm gonna toot my own horn because I just said this shit a couple weeks ago, and then now it's mainstream media because Waka Flocka comes out and says, hey, ain't nobody fucking with Big Crit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so right, I don't think that today's music is the problem. I think that today's Ebro is the problem.
I would say like this. I think, Dre, right, I think you do have a point, with the radio. And I would say, for me personally, it's just like you gotta, like at least in my own doing, right? I gotta find what I think is hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to be played for me. Like, I gotta find it, or somebody might tell me, right? Right. Now I got a gazillion young boys that's always telling me something, so I'm always up on something. But and some of it, nah, I ain't feeling it. But then some of it though, I'm like, now who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? Now he might not be on the radio, but I know he's good. Right. I just like, man, so that's like my nephew told me about this little boy Polo G from Chicago. I'm like, yeah, I like how he flow, and
that's
like
the Walk 'Em Down. Yeah, the Walk 'Em Down kid. Yeah,
I'm good.
I was like, I like how he flow. I like that. So I'm just like, the thing is, it's like you gotta find it. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't going to just jump out there at you. And with the DJs today, they're not really DJs. They personalities, right? So a personality is only going to go with what's hot. Like, oh, what got the most views? Okay, cool. That's it, right? Instead of, yo, like, just is it hot? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, some shit, I'm just like, when they put it out there, I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling that, right? And then some things I'm just like, all right, they really just trying to boost this, but I'm not feeling the record. I don't care how many times they play it. You're not gonna make me like this record. Don't like it. So I kind of agree with you on that, with the whole thing with the radio and everything like that. But I would say to anybody wanting to find new artists, you gotta find them. So you gotta jump on your SoundCloud, jump on your YouTube, jump on your internet, whatever, and all the youngins in your family, talk to them and see what they like. I guarantee you they're gonna give you one or two that you're gonna be like, yo, that's dope. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
I think you just need to hold on. My bad, Sean. I'm gonna say this, and you can take over. I just feel like you just need to listen to the guys, because even in this realm, we're talking about classic hip hop, but we've talked about Sahai, we've talked about Big Crit, we've talked about Dave East, we talked about Polo G. So I think if you just listen to us, I'm gonna tell you something about these three guys that are on the screen with me. They have an ear for music, like, and it's an undisputable ear when it comes to their music. The only two downfalls is, one, Merv can't use his ear to produce a good battle, and Mark, he can't use his ear to get out of Philly. That's it.
we gonna find out tomorrow.
Hey.
Definitely, yes. We'll talk about that later, though, Mark. Yeah, that's coming later.
All right, I got you.
Hey, Sean, he was looking for a comeback from that Buffalo Bills suicidal shit.
Yo, hey,
it's crazy.
Talk your shit, Sean. Talk your shit.
And don't forget about Griselda. You know what I mean? That entire camp is killing it right. I mean, you listen to Griselda today, it takes you back to like the 90s, man. I'm telling you, like, just the content, the rugged beats. Put on Griselda.
Well, thank you,
Benny the Butcher. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna say like this. Thank you, Funk Flex, because that's the first I heard when he jumped on with Funk Flex, and that was like a couple years ago. And I was just like, I'm like, this is before any songs. It was just like these boys spitting.
They've got
like, they can spit. That's all I need to hear from them.
They have a mixtape out with DJ Drama right now, and it's just like, I can't even explain it, man.
It's
like
different.
It's dope. It's dope.
different.
You feel like 50 Cent has fucking ran the mixtape game, but he took it back to 96.
Yes.
And it's something different.
And it feels that way. It feels like 96.
So for those that don't know, Griselda, they're comprised of many different artists. Mm-hmm. I know I'm gonna forget some, so y'all jump in. Because my favorite is Conway. Benny, shit. I told you I was gonna forget.
Come on, man. But Benny the Butcher and Conway on the Machine is really Griselda. You know what I mean? And I think they're all cousins, but they're from Buffalo. And if you like the Locks, if you like Jada, if you like, Styles P, if you like that kind of vibe of music, this is what you're getting right here. I'm telling you, Conway and Meth got an album. We got a song out right now. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel like he made
Westside Gun. That's what you forgetting.
Westside Gun.
Westside Gun. Yeah, thank you. Pardon me.
I feel like he made Meth go back.
Yeah.
To that fucking Wu-Tang Forever swag. Like,
yeah.
Like Meth ain't. Everybody know Red is my favorite artist, but Red is not that gritty type guy. Red is a more so, I'm gonna just tell you what the fuck I'm got to say, and you gonna like that shit. Right. And so this time, Meth had to go back and be like, nigga, it was a lot of fucking screw faces in the booth, and it was a lot of fucking hard head nodding going on.
Right. Man. So speaking of that, I want to switch gears real quick.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna switch gears real quick. So we talked about this earlier in the week, and I wanted us to, we were talking about bringing this back up. So I want to start it with this. Take 7 MCs, put them in a line, and add 7 more brothers who think they can rhyme. I take more. Hold on. I take more before I go for mine. That's 21 MCs ate up at the same time. Who is that?
course, that's the big homie Rakim.
Rakim Allah, baby.
And,
Yo,
of course.
when Ross spit
This
that
is-
joint, I was like, yo, who is
This
he
is-
talking about? I was
this is
like 7
disrespectful.
years old. I was like 7 or 8 years old. I was like, asked my uncle, I was like, yo, who is that? I remember he said, Sean, that's Rakim Allah. He told me, shh, listen to the rest of the song.
Shoot.
Rakim Allah versus Kane. Rakim Kane. Now, what y'all think about that? Talk to me, fellas. What y'all think?
Man, it's a reason why Rakim for a long time was named number one, lyrically. Number one, not 2, not 10, not 5, 1, right? And I'm like, you had guys in that era, in that particular era, right? So this is probably right as we were getting into it, or maybe probably a little bit before. But you're talking Big Daddy Kane, you're talking KRS-One. I'm like, yo, and I mean, yeah. And I'm talking like these guys were that good, right? But it's something about Rakim, Microphone Fiend. Oh, goodness, man. I mean, I'm going to say like this. I could take you back where, me and my brother, and this is before CDs and shit. Used to tape shit, right? From Power 99, right? Tape it, bring it back, and then recite it because you just like, what did he say? Like, hold up, wait a minute. I gotta go back. I need that back right there, right? That's how crazy Rakim was, like lyrically, right? And I'm like, every time he came out with something, he hit you over the head with something lyrically because it's something that you're just like, man, I ain't heard that before. And not that the other, KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane didn't do the same exact shit because they did, right? I just think Rakim, real smoothed out, great storyteller. The bars were phenomenal, right? I think with Kane, and I see why people, some people like Kane more because Kane was a showman.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
get that. I mean, Kane was a showman, number one, and number two, it's like legendary stories about Kane that have not been disputed to this day.
To this day.
Like,
to this day.
I mean,
yes.
Kane was like the guy you really wanted to be like that. Like, yo, if I could get my swag just it's half as good as Kane, that's how thorough I would be. Like, I'll be the man where I'm at. Like, that's Kane. And KRS-One was the teacher. He was the guy, that really schooled you on how to really think for self and question all the bullshit in front of you. So I mean, you just had 3 giants, that were in front of you. I'm just saying, so I can understand where anyone could go in any direction of those guys. Me personally, I just like Rakim more. That's just my personal feeling.
Rakim Allah. What you think, Dre?
I'm gonna say this, man. Listen, I'm gonna compare the two to another duo. Well, not a duo, you know what I'm saying? 2 competitors that came out in our era. And so we Sean alluded to this a couple weeks ago. We always and hip hop has always said the same thing. When it comes to when you're talking Kane and Rakim, Kane is comparable to Jay-Z. Rakim is comparable to DMX. There's a reason that
You mean Nas?
You mean Nas?
Nah, I'm gonna say D. But we can go Nas. Even if we go Nas, there's a reason.
Man, goddamn, Dre, get out my fucking head. I was gonna do the same shit, Dre. I was waiting to use that.
This is one time. Man. No, this is one time. I'm gonna concede to you because I want to see where you go with it. Take over, Merv. Go ahead, do your thing, Pimpin'. Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing, Pimpin'.
That's interesting. I want to hear this. I want to hear this. That's interesting. I never heard that comparison.
So I'm pretty sure our argument is gonna be different, but I was thinking the same people. Like when Mark was like Kane had that showmanship, it was like Rakim and Big Daddy Kane kind of loosely remind me of Jay-Z and Nas. Both are great, but both just one draws more people to him. He just got that natural draw to him. It doesn't take away from the other one lyrically and skill set, but Big Daddy Kane was that person that had that swag and just had that braggadocious that. Yes, that's not Webster. That's a Merv word, okay? That's a fucking Merv word. All right. Now not everybody know, but yeah. So Kane just had that braggadocious type swag, like nigga, this me, this Big Daddy Kane. I get the and Jay-Z got that same kind of swag. It's like Nas and Rakim are just students of the art. They're just students of hip hop, and they just really want to be great in lyrics. They just focus on the song, the music, and that's their shit. So when I was thinking both of them, I was just thinking like it's the draw of loosely comparison with the Big Daddy Kane versus Rakim, like the Nas and the Jay-Z. The Jay-Z and Big Daddy Kane have that draw to them, where people they get their fans a lot different. Both are loved, but they got different fan base that's gonna ride for different reasons.
Man, and Merv, let me piggyback on just something that you're saying. If you look at, Nas and Jay-Z, you could kind of see like where the influence came from. It did come from Rakim, and it did come from Big Daddy Kane. If you listen to especially the earlier music, you can just tell, and Nas and Jay-Z have given these guys props over time, that's actually where it came from. And I'm just like, I can respect that. I can respect that. I can respect that. It's much like Kobe looking to Jordan, like, yo, this is where I got that from. I can always respect that, when you're going back and you're looking at it like that.
So, Sean, I'm gonna ask you the question. I already know the answer. Who wins? If somehow Swizz and Timbo are able to put this together, because I'm gonna be honest, this is something that I don't feel that the guys should do, just because of the greatness of those two. So if Swizz and Timbo are able to put this together, who do you have winning?
So I'll be honest with you, man. I don't see. Part of me want to see that battle, but the other part of me, out of respect for the two icons, don't want to see that battle. And here's why. I think that Rakim is different, man. I mean, I feel like Rakim is essential. Like I always tell you, I always felt that Nas was essential, and Jay is more of, whatever. You know what I mean? Not taking away anything from Jay at all. And I feel that way about Rakim versus Kane. Kane has the overall appeal. Because like Mark said, he's a showman. Kane transitioned into more of like the LL style, where he started kind of going for the ladies and everything. He's posing in Playboy and everything, and all that good stuff, right?
He got all the jewelry on and shit. Decked out shit.
That nigga had Madonna in her prime, nigga.
Yeah,
Kane can do that shit. That's all. Like,
but what people don't understand about Kane is that Kane will take your head off in a battle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're talking about going against, so Kane wanted to go against KRS-One.
KRS-One, yes, he wanted KRS-One,
which makes more sense than Raw, because Raw is not your typical battle rapper. However, if you do your knowledge and you go back, this is for real hip hop heads, go back and listen to Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em album. That album is an angry Rakim, because people were shitting on Rakim before
that was a test. That was they tested me. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Every song on that album was an angry Rakim, and you can listen to his lyrics. Every line was pristine. Like he was like literally. It was like you can compare it to Machiavelli, to Tupac's Machiavelli. It was raw at his rawest on that album. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say one more thing though, man. If they did a Kane and Rakim versus, we have to go live during that. And I'll say, and I mean, you know what I say?
Because, I don't want to though.
No, listen what I'm saying. Just listen to me, right? For hip hop, number one. And number two, I think
that's for the culture.
No, but listen what I'm saying.
But I want to enjoy it, nigga. We fans. We still fans. We do this shit because we just want to talk our shit.
But listen what I'm saying.
We have to do it and enjoy it.
No, you
got to, Dre.
No, but listen what I'm saying though, right? I think it's going to be 20 amazing tracks by both artists. I honestly feel that we're gonna be like, yo, like that was my shit. That was my shit. That was my shit. I think that like they're gonna hear that all night. Like, yo, all y'all niggas said was that was my shit. Yeah, pretty much. You know? Yeah, we liked all that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, just for that, I'm like, I hope they do. I hope they do it, and I hope we all get on and can appreciate 40 songs that I think we'll all love. That I
Hey.
mean, you know.
Sean, I ain't asked you what you drinking on tonight, homie.
You know, I got the Ciroc White Grape.
What is it called? For those that don't know, that are on Zingo right now. What is that called?
It is called the Diddy Juice.
The Diddy Juice. Okay.
Already, and that name is already LLC. So no one tries to steal that, you're getting sued. Mark, Dre, and Merv, myself will get a portion of that lawsuit. So please, I dare you to steal it. It's called the Diddy Juice. Deserved. So I am looking forward. If that happens, it happens. I think that we owe it to the culture to really jump on that, because I think that's Clash of the Titans. It may or may not happen, but let's see. But while we're
I
on
hope it should happen. I hope it happens.
It should. It should. It's been discussions about that for years. You talking about 30 plus years. You know, they were talking about going at each other. They both kind of deny it, but we know better. We know.
I'm just saying, Rakim better not come half stepping. That's all I'm gonna say.
This dude right here, man. Yo, don't let the rhythm hit him, man. Yo, with that being said,
it's a lot of people that didn't catch those references. Though.
Yeah, no, they didn't. No, they didn't.
We so far.
No, they didn't. They was straight over that motherfucking head though.
I just said I'm so far ahead. I'm about to start myself.
Hey, to be a Nas fan, you quote a lot of Jay-Z on this show. I'm just
because of me.
Saying.
I done quote.
Hey, go ahead,
I done quote so much fucking Jay-Z to that nigga. He can't help it. Hey, from goddamn 2008 to 2020, that nigga done heard so much of Jay-Z bars from my ass. I had to damn check that nigga on.
Yo, me and Merv went to a Jay-Z concert, the Jay-Z Beyonce concert in New Orleans, and dude, he faded right when yo, real talk. I thought he was joking. but his
what the fuck?
Yo, first of all, that nigga lying. The nigga's lying, okay?
Hey, Merv, like, let me tell the real story.
Yo,
Merv, like, let me tell the real story.
The nigga lying.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk, Mark. When Beyonce and Jay came on stage, Merv grabbed him by my arm and he passed out, right? So I thought he was joking. And his at the time, his estranged wife was like, yo, he's out. You need to get some help. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So as the show was going on, Merv on the floor passed out. and we kept jamming, you know what I mean? So bad, Merv. I know that's between us, man. But
Merv, I got you though. I'm gonna tell you, Merv, I got you. In a couple weeks, I'll tell a story about Sean when he saw Nas at One Music Fest. Go ahead, Sean.
Yo, but real talk, Merv touched his pearls. Merv grabbed my arm, touched his pearls, and passed out. I was like, yo, but speaking of passing out in battles, so 2 Chainz was on The Breakfast Club, and I think he was on another interview with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 Chainz felt like he's being disrespected by you guys, man. He feels like he felt like he was being very disrespected by you guys out there, saying that y'all shitting on his name, like on his catalog.
Man.
I feel like you're talking about us, like us.
Yeah.
Right? Like, are we talking the public or are we talking the guys?
All of y'all.
I'm gonna say like this, man. And I said this before, I'll say it again, right? You do not follow anybody in a battle. You just don't do it. It was
you're giving away my secret.
What you do, right?
You're giving away my secret.
Listen, this is what Chainz did, right? Chainz, listen, after 10 records, they was even. Chainz, you know what I mean, was rolling, right? But then Ross got into his smooth bag, and Chainz thought he could go there, and he couldn't. Listen, it's just like, it's like JaVale McGee shooting threes. Like, come on, what are you doing?
Wow, that's disrespectful.
What are you doing?
So disrespectful.
What are you
You
doing?
so
Stop
disrespectful.
doing that. Stop doing that. You know, Change. It's a lot of records that Change left on the table. You know, that should have been played in that battle. I'm not even saying he would have won, but it definitely would have been closer if he would have played those. And I'm like, Change, you ain't play that. Change, you ain't play that. Change, you ain't play that. How many times do I have to say that? I'm like, man, it's like after the first half, he went home. You know what I mean? What are you doing? You're still in a battle. What are you doing, man? That got on
Man,
my
Chainz
nerves.
conceded in that motherfucking battle, y'all. I don't give a fuck. He mad at us. The nigga need to be mad at his fucking self because he conceded the fucking battle. That nigga said halfway through the battle, the motherfucker say, "Oh, this is not a battle. It's just a celebration of music." Nah, nigga, sound like an excuse because you knew you was fucking get your ass buzzed. 2 Chainz. I want to hear that shit. Listen, it's goddamn what? No, listen.
We need 2
He's a
Chainz
friend.
on here.
He's your friend, nigga. He ain't no friend of mine. Now listen. 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 It's levels to this shit, 2 Chainz. It's levels. I fuck with your music. No, I go to the club. I grab a drink. I get a chase on that shit. I might put my motherfucking pinky up. I might goddamn but nigga, you just not on fucking rose level. It's not good. It's not bad. It's levels to this shit. All right. Rose is on a level. 2 Chainz is on a fucking level. Jay-Z on a level. It's different levels to this shit. But we respect your music. You just don't match up the motherfucking Rick Ross, 2 Chainz. That's it. Accept that shit. All right. Listen. In life. Listen. Most times in life is a winner and a loser. The loser don't mean that you suck at your shit, but there's a winner loser in every fucking thing. And when that motherfucking night 2 Chainz, you was a loser. But guess what? Another motherfucking hip hop artist, you might be a motherfucking winner. You chose the wrong motherfucker, 2 Chainz. I want to hear that shit.
Oh, 2 Chainz. He was just saying, yo, Chainz.
Hey, no,
Chainz,
hey, don't
this.
come to me. Don't come to me
Right.
for looking for answers, because I'm with Merv. Merv should have never ever took a back. And I told y'all niggas this, and we was like, no, bring your ass back. We was live when I said it. 2 Chainz should have never took a battle going up against Rick Ross. It's not a compatible battle. Like, I get it. And y'all, and you and Mark, y'all kept on saying, nah, Chainz had a run. Chainz had a run. He did. But his run is not comparable to fucking Ross. Like, it's plain and simple. The only people that Ross should have seen is either Jeezy, which he lost to already, or T.I. Like, that's it.
Look,
we're not putting Ross. Ross is a Here's the thing about Ross. Ross is a fucking hit maker. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ross is not the greatest spitter. He's not going to give you the greatest bars of all time. He's not going to give you, if you want to go back to the 90s, he's not going to give you a hip hop quotable. But what Ross is going to do is, Ross is going to plant you in your motherfucking seat. You're going to sink down in that goddamn leather, and you're going to start bobbing your motherfucking head, and you're going to groove to that shit. And so that is why I get it. Energy is another level with today's crowd, but the people that are listening to 2 Chainz and the people that are listening to Ross, they're not the fucking high energy crowd.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna work.
So
2 Chainz set himself up by going up against Ross.
Shit, he ain't play the right shit. He should have had me there. I'll pull that shit out to him. Right.
Hey, Mark, tell me the right shit. Tell me 5 fucking songs that he could have played that would have beat Rick Ross in any of the fucking songs.
There is none.
The right shit.
There is none. I'm gonna tell you what Mark is doing right now. Mark is tooting his horn again. Because remember last week he was tooting his horn for a GM position. Now he's tooting his horn to coach these motherfuckers how to play a battle. That's all Mark doing. Mark is trying to leave the guys.
He's trying to get a job. It must be.
Me, man. They need me. You know what I'm saying? They need me right there. Shit.
So, listen.
The guys, y'all mean for real, you're going to do just fine, you know, whether I'm there or not. But these niggas ain't. They need me. You know what I mean?
What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened?
Guys are fine.
This nigga is oldest. They ain't come to see you, O. This shit.
Do y'all think that Ross has 20 more? Because Ross,
yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Facts.
He said, I got 20 more for anyone else who wants to
Easy
smoke.
too. He got
Facts.
20. He got 20 more easy.
He got 20 more that he can win again. If you take the 20 that Ross played against 2 Chainz, he can use 20 more, and he can play against T.I., he can play against Jeezy, he can play against Gucci, and he can win.
I don't
Listen,
know.
He got 20 more. That's
I don't know
easy.
about. I don't know about. Oh, so
Ross,
I don't know about
Ross
the T.I. thing, dog.
catalog. No, Ross catalog is so underrated, and even myself,
No,
I
I'm a
underrated
Ross
it.
fan.
No, listen, Ross left. I'm gonna tell you why Ross catalog is so big, because Ross played about 50% of shit that featured Drake, and that is not even his hardest shit. So I would say about 10, maybe 9 songs featured Drake. So Ross has his whole catalog.
I'm gonna tell you one more thing.
Go ahead, Sean.
I'm gonna tell you one more thing about Ross, and this is why I personally like him. Right, Ross can ride a fucking beat. He knows how to ride that beat till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, if you he like, oh yeah, he ain't the most lyrical and all this other bullshit. Look, if you can't ride no beat, you ain't no real MC. Sorry, you get no. You better be able to ride that. What is wrong with you?
My shit is quick, Sean. I know you're waiting. You know another thing about Ross, and some other artists that have the same blessings. Ross got that fucking voice, dog. He's blessed with it. He's blessed with that voice.
That Pimp C type deal. Voice. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I agree.
With the blessing with that voice, Ross could say some simple shit.
Right.
But if you have a beat and his fucking voice, that shit sounds so motherfucking hard.
I agree.
I want to give an applause. Hey, Merv has finally produced something to the guys. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead, Sean.
Whoa. That was real talk though. This is it's perfect. And Dre, it's perfect timing because this is our first night going live. Once again, going live.
Yeah.
On Zingo TV, Blackjack Channel. So
I'm a gamer, nigga.
Lou Hopes has produced something.
Right.
Lou Hopes has did something.
I'm a gamer. When it's showtime, them lights shining, nigga. I go to fucking work, nigga. I perform. You know, I make it do, baby. Yeah.
It only took you an hour and 2 minutes, nigga.
Right.
But go ahead.
And he didn't have to ponder what he wanted to say. But thank you.
Go ahead, Sean.
So yeah, again, I think Ross did that purposely because I think Ross wants someone else. I think that the whole 2 Chainz thing was out of respect because he wanted, that's his friend. Let's play around. I think Ross holds some stuff back because Ross is eyeing something else. Ross is a gamer. Ross is a strategic artist, I think. I think that he sets things up a certain way. And I think he's looking for something bigger. And we'll see what that's going to be hopefully soon. I want to transition real quick to something that is near and dear to Dre's heart as well as Merv's heart. It's very near and dear to these guys.
Do that.
Talked about it a lot.
Don't do that.
Me and Mark are we're Christians.
That's what we doing, nigga.
We felt uncomfortable when this conversation came up in private.
So y'all can't enable.
No. I felt offended. I'm right now, as you can see how I'm sitting in my chair right now. I don't want to talk about this, but Dre insisted, and so did Merv. The song WAP.
Listen, before we even start, I want to throw a disclaimer. I am the moral compass.
Fuck a disclaimer.
No, I am the moral compass when it comes to the guys. Like, I am the guy that's like, we shouldn't do that, and I get overrun all the time.
I'm the one.
I said,
unless we talking shit, that's when you agree. Somebody talking shit, you agree. You know what I mean? Ain't no moral compass to talking shit. You love
exactly.
You love somebody.
What is it?
He pulls over his car when you see people talking shit to each other. Oh, let me hear this. They talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here, boy.
Right. Piedmont. So
what is happening right now?
I'm just sorry, but when Merv brought the word WAP up
Oh goodness.
and he started talking about it,
He
Is
started
it
talking
WAP or
about his
WAP?
brothel days.
right.
Is it WAP or WAP?
He started salivating. I'm like, dude, like calm down. Like what's going? I didn't hear the song at that time.
Is it WAP or WAP?
It's WAP.
You the
Oh.
expert. You let us know.
Right. You tell us.
I thought it was WAP.
I didn't know what it was until you came and brought it to the to the group. He was like, yo, that WAP is like, yo, and Mark, he said it just like that. He was like,
Yeah.
son, yo, that WAP. I was like, what's wrong? I thought something was wrong with him. And then Dre,
He was hype on that video. I ain't mad at him.
and
I
then
ain't
Dre
mad at
came,
him for it.
and
You know what I
Dre
mean?
called me, and then Dre called me 10 minutes later on FaceTime me. He was like,
Nigga, that's what we doing?
he
We
was like,
lying?
hey, this is what he was doing.
He been lying the whole goddamn show, man. Let him go.
All right.
Like,
yeah.
this ain't even cool. Listen. I'm gonna tell you, I never heard of the show P Valley till I talked to Sean. But WAP, this is what I'm gonna say. WAP is okay. Like, I'm not mad at it. I think a lot of niggas and a lot of chicks from our generation, I think y'all tripping. Cause y'all motherfuckers, y'all listen to Akinelli, y'all listen to fucking Trina, y'all listen to motherfucking Lil Kim. I think motherfuckers are tripping. I think this is a product of we are old. We are old. We have kids. We don't want our kids listening to this shit. And it's no different than when my mama was like, yo, you're not listening to NWA. Cut that shit off. And that's the time we in. But as a DJ and as a fan of fucking music, I'm going to tell y'all something. Them girls talk they shit on that goddamn... They talk they shit on their record. Now, is this some shit that I'm going to walk around and I'm going to have bopping in my headphones or something? Fuck no. But them girls talk they shit.
So
She said, I want your dick to touch the little dangly thing. like everybody wants their woman to talk like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you like Martin told Gina in that episode. I want a woman that's classy, not showing all the assy.
Nigga, that's in the streets. Hey, but you saw that whole episode. You saw where Martin was at though.
Merv, remember that? Yo, Merv, remember that? It was like, I want a woman that's classy, not showing all the assy.
Man, listen, I'm gonna say like this. I love the song. I love the video more. It's not for me to keep playing over and over, nothing like this. I watched the video a few more times, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, listen, look, they talking they shit, you know. I'm like, yo, every generation has this type of music.
Absolutely.
Every single generation, right? So I'm just like, listen,
Absolutely.
oh yeah. And for the parents, oh yeah, man, my kids going here because on the radio. Newsflash, parents, your kids got TikTok. They already heard the shit way before it got played on the radio.
Yeah.
Bro, they made a fucking song. Bro, they made a fucking dance from it.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So listen, if you want to, first thing, you ain't gonna stop your kids from listening to shit. They gonna find a way to listen to it. It's just the way it works. You know, the only thing that you want your kids to do is be like, okay, please don't imitate what they're doing. They're entertainers. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, when you like people watch reality TV. I like, yo, they fighting, you know, because they're getting a check. You think, I mean, you're gonna see these same people at the mall and they're gonna be fighting and ain't no cameras there? No. You know what I'm saying? They doing this shit because they get a check, they get a reaction, they get a buzz, and this is why the song is made. More power to them.
Mark, I got a question. Should the check change you though? Like when Revolt TV hit us up and we get that extra bag, like, are you going to change like Sean? Sean has already changed. So are you going to change too?
Listen,
like, are me and Merv going to be the only two that are the exact same way when we was on SNS 2 months ago? Like,
everybody's changing in some way, right? Now, I can explain how Sean will change. Sean will actually have gold Jordans, like real gold. It will be real gold, you know, like the first pair ever made. Michael Jordan don't even got it, right? Yes, everybody's changing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, listen, Dre, wherever Yummy for you were sitting, right, for the home games, right? You sign a Revolt, you're gonna be on. Look, I'm Dre. I'm on the field. I'm on the field with the team.
Yeah.
That's what I am. I'm on the field with the team. My seats are right here. They ain't up there. My seats is here.
That's
right?
how you feel?
Yeah, and then Merv, I'm like, man,
Facts.
you know, Merv
Wait, time out. Let's rewind though. But my seats are really like on the field.
No,
I'm just
that's
saying.
true.
No, when I say
Right.
you're gonna be,
Right.
when I say you're going to be next to the team, you're going to be in the huddle with the coach.
No, because
Right.
I like the end zone. The end zone is listen, football fans, when you go to a football game, the 50-yard line is not it. The end zone, and you got to be up just a little bit. So you can't be roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? You got to back up a little bit, and you got to be right there.
Dude,
Listen,
right there, man.
you can see the spiral come out the quarterback's hand, and it's perfect. I'm telling you, you can see shit.
I'm gonna say like this, and if the Charlotte is the Bobcats or Hornets?
Don't do that.
But anyway,
That's what we doing. That's what we doing.
If they find a way,
That's what we doing.
If they find a way to get LaMelo Ball, Dre will be at center court with LeVar. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Yo, this is my man
listen.
right here. This is my man right here.
Y'all know how I feel about Melo.
You already know how he's going to change.
With the guy's t-shirt on.
Listen, Merv gonna be filming his own P Valley. He ain't gonna have to watch the show. He will be the show.
Yo, Merv.
Don't tell me ain't nobody gonna change here. We all change. We all change.
Mark,
Stop.
Merv gonna buy all the land in Georgetown. And he's gonna build a McDonald's down there.
He don't need nothing but about $1,000 more. He can get all the Georgetown.
And he's gonna put a Popeyes down there.
I'm sorry, because I feel like Georgetown is real heavy here. I apologize, Georgetown. Y'all, we love y'all, Georgetown,
for real. Yo, but real talk, I'm not gonna change. I've already I got an Audi A8 and a BMW 5 Series. So I'm not gonna change. But anyhow,
Rolls Royce, Bentley, yes, you will.
Hey, so now I'm finna tell the world because you did that. You did this. I'm finna tell them. Sean called me one day. He was like, "Yo, man, I don't know what to do, man." I was like, "What the fuck is you talking about?" He's like, "Yo, my daughter really talking about we need a G-Wagon." I was like, "Nigga, and you considering it?" He was like, "Yeah, I got to."
Joe's an impulse buyer. That's how I like that. I like it. I like it.
Yo, Dre, I was stressed because
I don't think people really understand. Sean was really stressed. Like Sean really was calling like, fam. And y'all know he got the New York accent. And he probably, because we was on the phone, so I don't know, but he probably had the New York fitted and it was bent and shit like T.I. And he was like, "Yo, fam, what do I do? I don't know what to do, son." Like,
what I do, son?
You know what I'm saying? My seed wants a G-Wagon, son.
Yo, I'm real talk. Like, this is my daughter. My daughter's 8 years old, by the way. Talented as shit. She came up to me. She was like, "Yo, I think we need a G-Wagon, and we need a mansion or a penthouse." And I got quiet, right? Merv, I got quiet, right? So my wife is like on the other side of the room. She ain't paying us no mind. She like that shit go over her head, like whatever. You talking crazy talk. So I'm like, I said, my daughter name is Ryan. I said, "Rob, got an Audi out there, got a truck, got a Beamer. Like, we don't need a G-Wagon." I'm sitting here trying to politic with her, like thinking in my head, do we really need one, right? And she's not. I mean, I'm like, so she 8, and I'm like, I'm thinking. I called Dre. I said, "Man, I don't know what to do." I'm like really stressed. I'm looking at my house, like we got a nice size house, but can we afford, a penthouse somewhere else? I'm thinking all of the things in my head for some crazy reason.
Tell your daughter to stop watching Meek Mill videos. That's where she gets these ideas.
Meek Mill. Hey, wait. Stop. Nigga, anytime you get a chance, you gonna throw in some motherfucking Philly. Ain't nothing fancy or matching or braggadocious. That's a Merv word. Ain't nothing braggadocious about fucking Meek Mill, man. Cut that shit out. Meek Mill ain't got no fucking money.
Yeah, right.
Meek Mill riding around. Meek Mill around here getting arrested on 4-wheelers and shit.
I was like, Google that shit. You know what I mean? Google that.
I
like, man, y'all.
Hey,
I just wanted to say that.
Give me a check.
Multi-millionaire, you know what I mean?
All I want to say is I don't think that Sean could get. I didn't think Sean could get any more Hollywood, but Sean is the Hollywood of the 4. nigga. Like shout outs to Blackjack, but we on Blackjack.
Yeah, man.
Like when Revolt come calling, like I'm scared. Like I feel like we have to separate ways. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like we got a part to see.
Yeah. Sean is the David Ruffin nigga out the Temptations. Yeah.
But he's not David Ruffin.
I can see your ass. I can see you telling Dre, hey Dre, anybody coming to see you, Otis?
Whoa, time out. Whoa. I think there's a Whoa.
Yeah, Sean, you Eddie Kane Jr. I can see you come up to Mark and say, how does it feel like to be me?
I'm gonna tell you something. I think Sean, he talks so much shit, and he doesn't realize that he is this guy right here that is on you on the screen. That is who Sean is right now, and I don't think that he understands that is who he is. So, talk to me about Dame time, fellas. Like I don't even have nothing else to say.
All right, I mean, Dame's the man.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
The man.
Wait. We talking about Dame? I didn't get to talk about wet ass pussy.
Go ahead, man.
You
did?
No. You don't want to talk about
WAP?
Hey, since you're passionate about it, go ahead.
Give me P Valley rant.
Hey,
give me P Valley rant, boy.
Yeah, since you're passionate. Damn. Go ahead, please.
I'm scared.
Hey, but you know what? I ain't gonna go all the way back. But Dame and Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, they all the same. They talk their shit. You know, they talk about their wet ass pussy, and goddamn Dame Dollar talk about his motherfucking game. What? Well, I don't know what that is. What that?
WAP. This is a family show.
It's a family show?
Not really, but
well,
whatever.
Well, it was a family
it's
show.
Your acronym, nigga.
I hope your whole goddamn family's above 21, motherfucker. Because this ain't PG-13. This ain't PG. This ain't G, motherfucker. Sometimes it's rated X, motherfucker. Now, wait, what? What are you talking about?
This is why we can't move forward. This is the sole reason we can't move forward.
What?
Yeah, we good. We good.
What?
You know what I'm saying? We good.
So, I'm gonna speak my shit real quick. Hey, man, listen.
Here we go. Hey, I told y'all. Y'all thought I was lying. So I needed y'all to see this shit. It takes Georgetown at least 45 minutes to get their thoughts together. The problem is this is a live show. And we have to do this shit on the fly. We don't practice this shit. We just damn talk. But he can't talk. And so this is what hinders us from moving forward.
Listen, hey, perfection takes time. But listen, back to this WAP. Like, ever since the WAP, I like WAP. You like BAPs. You ever saw BAPs?
We said WAP like 10 times, but go ahead.
WAP, nigga, you know, the fucking video is based off of a BAPs. You know Halle Berry and BAPs and shit? Beautiful black American princesses? The fucking video is based off BAPs. So I call it WAP. What?
Who is Halle Berry?
Halle Berry. You know,
Halle Berry.
Nigga, crack pipe, peace pipe, same thing. It doesn't make a fucking difference. Crack pipe, peace pipe, same thing. All right, both of you get high. Halle Berry, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Peanut, pecan, almond, potato. What the fuck happened to Drake? Nigga, let me get back to fuck what I was saying. You said, what is WAP? No, Tasia, not WAP, W-H-A. Take the H off, the H is silent. The H is silent. It's W-A-P. Tasia, WAP, W-A-P. I don't know if you're talking about Tasia. Hey, well, listen.
Hey, listen.
You killing me over here, man.
Hey,
don't do that. Don't do that with Tasia.
Listen, ever since that motherfucking song come out, motherfuckers really been fucking like tripping though. Like, if you 35 of above, I don't want to hear shit from you about this motherfucking song. Cause don't act like you was listening to fucking hardcore with Lil Kim. Don't act like you wasn't listening to Il Nana with Foxy Brown. I got the illest pussy on the planet. Sugar walls coming down, niggas can't stand it. The Il Nana, So
Hey,
don't
nigga,
try to
you
act
sound like
you
you
don't-
really
like
was
you-
rapping that shit. Like you was in the club rapping that shit
Yeah,
and doing the moves and
Doing the
everything.
move. Hey,
But
doing the
nah,
moves.
motherfuckers act like they was
Cat
a
was
damn
like-
18 years old before, right? And then I saw somebody put on Facebook that like, oh, I got to pray for these women, and this is why the woman is going down the path that they in. Off a fucking video, off a fucking song. Listen, Jay-Z, an American Gangster, with I know Mark gonna like this shit, with Beanie Siegel, and Beanie Siegel's from Philly. So it's called Ignorant Shit. And Jay-Z
Oh.
said,
No, the
'cause
original is harder though.
no,
No, the
I'm
one with
talking about.
Beans is
Hold on,
okay.
Dre. You don't know what fuck I'm talking about. I'm talking about lyric. Jay-Z
Ignorant
said,
shit.
"Are you saying? Hold up, be quiet. That's so fucking rude." Hey, Jay-Z said, "Are you saying what I'm spitting is worse than these celibate taunts showing they kitten? Are you kidding?"
It don't come across good when you reading the shit instead of rapping.
Right. Not like I did, and not like I did in the beginning when I spit the rock.
Man, Sean, shut the fuck up.
Okay,
So basically, translation is.
Oh shit. Tasia, we've been
Hey.
saying this. We know
Hey.
this, but it takes so long for him to talk that we have to go
Motherfuckers,
on.
we are
Like,
it takes a village. It takes a village.
Hey, listen.
Word, man.
We gotta bring Tasia on. She be talking a lot of shit though. We gotta bring Tasia
Hey,
on.
I don't think you're ready for Tasia, man.
No, Tasia ain't ready for me. Now,
get
like
fucked
I
up.
was saying, I like the fucking song, man. I ain't got no problem with the goddamn song. You know what I'm saying? WAP,
Oh,
wet ass pussy. It's two ladies. They're making video off this shit. They've been doing that shit for years. Ain't no different from like Slob on My Knob and all the other nasty shit that's like said by male hip hoppers, and you got the female hip hoppers.
Slop on my knob, like corn on the cob. Check in with me.
yo, real
and do
talk.
your job.
Dre, you need to listen to, if you watch P Valley, they're playing some
Nigga, P
great
Valley.
music on there.
Listen, I was P Valley, like it was one of them shows. Like I didn't understand why I was watching it,
Same
but I
here.
like it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why do I like this shit? And that's why I text y'all. Remember, I hit y'all in the group like, yo, what the fuck you got me watching, Sean? Like,
Listen to the music though.
oh, the
Sean,
music is bad.
Yeah, Sean watched weird shit. All right, so we go back to Dame. All right, Dame time.
Yeah.
Nigga, you just gonna segue like that?
Right. It wasn't even a transition. So
What the fuck?
let me allow you to
Transition that shit.
transition over there.
Transition that shit.
So in a nutshell, WAP it's a good song. People are really some people are tight about it because of the vulgarness of the music. But again,
Hey, Sean, I want to go on record by saying I have no problem with wet ass pussy.
I think we all know that. I think we all know
shit.
that. I
This
think
is
we know that
murder.
before we even talked about it. We knew
Right.
that.
We know this.
I'm just saying. Hey,
Like I
Cardi B.
told y'all.
Hey, Cardi
no.
B and Meg Thee Stallion, talk your shit, bitches.
Like I told y'all before, this is my very first and my last episode on Blackjack TV.
Yeah. This you guys, thank you all.
Oh, shit.
So
Yeah.
so
All right.
speaking of
Transition that
Dame's
shit.
last time. So let's transition to Dame time. So Dame Dollar has been replying to everybody on social media with regards to his game. He wants people to put respect on his name. His most recent rant was against Skip Bayless, which Skip actually went on the Undisputed Show and kind of gave some more insight from his side of the story as to a conversation that Dame pointed out that they had. Dame messed around and dropped, 63 last night?
Yeah,
61.
61, I'm sorry. 61. And in good fashion. Now they are tied in the eighth spot. Got a great chance to be able to pull away and be that 8th seed to go against the Lakers in the first round. Mark, I want to start with you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dame Dollar has always, I thought he had the respect of the league, but some players do talk shit to him. What do you think that's about, man?
Man, I think like I would say like this. He's a great player, but they always want to try to speak on him, negatively because he remains in Portland. He's not going to leave the team. He's a guy, he's built different. Like, look, I'm going to win where I got drafted. I'm going to win where I am. And he's going to try to ride this Blazers thing till the wheels fall off, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just how he's wired, right? I'm like, the guy went to Weber State, turned Weber State into an NCAA tournament team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I just want to hold on, Mark. Before you continue, I just want to point out that Weber State did beat that team from Durham that year. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, but
Hey,
I mean, but that's how he's wired though. Like, listen, whoever I'm with, that's who I'm gonna roll with. That's who I'm gonna win with, right? So when he came at Paul George, you like, dude, you team hopping. You on your third team. Why are you even talking to me? You know what I'm saying? You don't have the fortitude to do it from the muscle. You can't do it from the grind. You don't have no respect for the grind. So he came at him. Came at Patrick Beverly, right? And Patrick Beverly's always talking shit. So he came at him. Then Skip Bayless, he came at him. And I think Skip, used a little reverse psychology right there, right? Because Skip, always comes at LeBron no matter what, on the court, off the court. He just comes at him, right? So I was just like, I think that Skip wants to see that matchup because I'm like, the Lakers right now, I'm like, they can score, but the defense is a little suspect. And we talked about this going in. No Avery Bradley, no Rajon Rondo, and was that going to show up? And it sure enough did on the defensive end. They cannot defend for nothing. And if they do get to play Portland, I think it'll be a tough series. I think the Lakers still should be able to win because of their size, up front. But it'll be a tough series. It'll be a tough first round. But as far as back to Dame, though, he's just that good. And I don't think he gets the respect because he's playing in Portland, which isn't a major market. They're not a team that wins 60 games every year or anything like that. And I think that's why he's not getting the respect. But I think, he's a terrific basketball player, and he's one of the best in the league, especially at his position.
I disagree with Mark on the point that he doesn't get the respect. Dame is considered right now to be the best PG in the league. And there's only one reason for that to be considered. Because Steph Curry is not playing. Dame is doing his thing. But if you look at it, Steph Curry, everybody want to talk about Steph Curry in the KD days. Let's not forget, beforehand, Steph Curry took them to an NBA title without KD. Steph Curry took them to the most wins in NBA history without KD. Steph Curry is not playing right now, so Steph Curry is not doing Steph Curry things without KD. And so that is why we can sit here and we can have this conversation about Dame. Listen, I am a Dame fan. Dame did the thing that warms my heart more than anything. If you know me and you know Dre, you know Dre Carter, you know Son First Class Carter, if you know anything about me, if you beat fucking Duke, you're good with me. And that is what Dame did. Yeah. So Dame is always good with me. And Dame has proven his worth. He kicked out fucking the Rockets after talking shit. He didn't do it beforehand and then talk shit. He talked his shit and then he kicked out the Rockets. He talked his shit this past week and then he put up big numbers. So Dame is doing his thing, but Dame is getting the respect. Let me tell you, all up and down my timeline, it's Dame is the best point guard. I disagree, and I only disagree because Steph Curry is not currently playing, and I think motherfuckers are forgetting who Steph Curry is and when Steph Curry moves to this game.
Well, one more thing, though. Before you go, Dre.
Hey.
The one thing, I say, really about the respect thing is that I think, like his individual play gets the respect, but I think, some people throw shade at him because, like, yo, if you so good, how come you can't lead your team, anywhere, right? Now, me personally, I'm just like, that's the GM's fault. I think the team is put together okay. Like, I would have made changes, that would have been better. But I'm just saying his team is his team, right? They have a great backcourt. They got Melo in there. But I'm like, they don't have much up front. And I would like to see them get better in the paint. You know, if they can get better in the paint and develop some of that perimeter talent, you know, on the bench, those young guys, maybe they'll have a chance to do some major damage. And this is down the road, not now, but I think they have to put more around Dame. I think they started to do that, but they're going to have to finish it. So GM, you got some heat on you, because if I was Dame, I'll be yelling in your face every day, you know what I'm saying, to make this team better.
Okay.
I agree. I totally agree. And I think you'll find him in a situation where you had Draymond. Draymond is sitting here, and Draymond is saying, hey, Booker should not be in Phoenix. Even though Booker is proving his worth in Phoenix, and he's showing you that some amazing shit can happen, and that it is a grind, you know, again, alluding to Dame, there's some shit, you know, everything doesn't have to be easy. You know, the easy road is not always the right road. You know what I'm saying? And I think we have a certain player to blame for the easy road. I'm not going to talk about that player.
Yeah, LeBron James.
But that's. Go ahead. I couldn't hear you. Say again.
Talking about LeBron James.
I didn't say a name.
Okay.
I just talk bad about players that wore a Durham uniform. That's all I talk bad about.
Okay.
Merv is pretty quiet, but
you have an opinion on that, Merv?
He's a monster.
Yeah, Nurkic.
Where's his 20 game? Where's 20 points, 20 rebound game? Show me that game. Yeah, I mean +5 blocks. Show me that game.
You disagree with that statement?
That's what I thought.
I think Nurkic. I think he is a beast. I think that you put Nurkic. What's that?
You talking about Dame or Nurkic?
Nurkic. Danny posted Nurkic. He's a monster.
No.
I'm going to tell you what you're not going to do, Mark. You're not going to disrespect my PD. He got me this job, and we going to goddamn ride with goddamn daddy unless he talks some Falcons bullshit.
Or
he good with me.
Hey, fellas.
Danny do this all the time. Danny knows that.
Hey, fellas.
We agree on basketball sometimes. It's what we do.
We got somebody pleading to give their opinion on this topic.
Man, Stacks better not, find a way to put Jay-Z in the basketball conversation. I'm gonna be mad.
Oh shit!
I don't care if he Rock Nation. I don't care if he got signed all the athletes.
The best thing Meek Mill ever did was put Jay-Z in What's Free. That's the only reason the song's hot. Anyway, how y'all doing, fellas? As a lifelong Laker fan, I fear Portland. They are extremely bad matchup. I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm talking about Magic Johnson, Byron Scott, Kurt Rambis, Lakers. That's how far back I go with the Lakers. The Portland Trailblazers, they're probably going to get the 8 seed, this little crazy little play-in thing they got. But they are the worst matchup for the Lakers because of their size. They got Nurkic. I don't discredit Nurkic because them getting Nurkic back is huge. And Avery Bradley not being in the bubble to play defense. We don't have Rondo yet. We don't have no guards that can keep Dame. That can keep Dame. That can guard.
Wait. But is Dame enough? Listen, I'm a Carmelo fan before any other player in the league. Nah, because I want to ask you this question. I want to ask you the question. I'm wondering because you're saying this, but that is alluding to the fact that the Blazers will have a chance against the Lakers. And I want to know, plain and simple, are you saying that the Blazers have a chance?
I'm a Laker fan, and I just told you I'm afraid of the Portland Trail Blazers. And the reason I'm saying this is because they have two really great guards, and Gary Trent Jr., who you don't want to mention because of where he went to school at. That boy is killing it in the bubble. You can talk now.
Nah, I ain't got to talk.
Dre.
Everybody want Melo to have like 10 years left in his career. He's a role player right now, except
that's not what I said. What I said was I'm a huge Melo fan, but at the end of the day, what you're counting on is you're counting on Dame and Melo, or you can say Dame and CJ.
No,
none of that equals to LeBron and AD. Let me tell you something. I hate LeBron on court. I am not a fan of LeBron on court at all. But the respect must be given. LeBron is the greatest player that this generation has seen. It is not close. LeBron is going to do what he needs to do in order to win. Then you put on the factor of you have fucking Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis right now, even though this speaks to the temperament of big men in the NFL, Anthony Davis is the best big man. I mean the temperament of the big man in the NBA. Anthony Davis is the best big man in the NBA. It's not even close. There's no one that is going to touch Anthony Davis when you're talking about who's going to post up, who's going to score from the post up, who's going to get assists from the post up, who's going to give you blocks, who's going to give you dang on steals. It's Anthony Davis. Plain and simple. So when wait a minute, I'm on my bag, goddammit. You sit back, you take that goddamn Gamecock hat, you turn to the back, so everybody knows that
the
you
Gamecock
represent
hat,
the Gamecock.
stupid ass. What the fuck you talking about? I'm
gonna talk my shit.
Hey, Dre, I'm your Huckleberry. I'm your Huckleberry. I'm your Huckleberry. I'm the one with the Gamecock hat on. All right, you say something about my Gamecocks one more fucking time, I'll come to this goddamn podcast like Ghost Dad Bill Cosby.
Listen, man. All I'm saying is there is no way. Listen, this is a 4-0, 5-1 series at best.
Oh my God, are you fucking serious?
Listen, Hassan Whiteside, he is a space cadet. Hassan Whiteside is not a guy that you really want to count on. And I'm telling you from a series 3 years ago. This is the only reason Miami Heat and fucking Charlotte Hornets season went to a game 7. It's because of Hassan Whiteside. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work.
You got it. Please let me talk. Dre, you saying if Portland and Lakers play, you got fucking a 4-zip series or 5-1? Or 4-1?
Dre,
you tripping, yo. You tripping like a motherfucker right now. Hey, hold up, Dre, I got this. Hey, hold up, Dre, I got this, Dre. Hold up. Hey, Stacks. Hey, Dre and Stacks, y'all can go next. Hey, listen. Damn. Hey, Sean, you should have brought this topic up a long time ago. I know we about to have this nigga say some dumb shit. Listen. You got Portland. Portland is the worst fucking matchup for the Lakers. All right?
By far.
Like Stacks said.
That's what y'all say.
Hold up.
That's what y'all say. But
this is my opinion.
I'm a big guy. I hate Bron, but I see what Bron does. Listen, Dre, Bron is in a different mode when it comes to the playoffs. It's not.
He's not.
No, I'm not going to let you talk, nigga. Fuck you and fuck anybody else that's talking that bullshit about what the fuck the Portland fucking Blazers with nobody but Dame Lillard is going to do. Nigga.
Dre, hold on, Dre, time out. Dre, you can't be talking all that shit with that Bills hat on. When you take that Bills hat off, I might listen to your dumb ass. Now listen now. When you got two of the top 5 on the Lakers, right? But team wise, you got fucking Dame Lillard, you got CJ McCollum, you got Melo, all right? Sharpshooters. You got those are sharpshooters. Never mind, just Dame could take over a fucking game by itself. When you bring Jerkic back, you really make Portland really fucking dangerous. Because you know why? Because now you got so many different ways that Portland can play against you. All right, Portland can go double big. If you could put Whiteside down low, and you can have Jerkic on the elbow and play high low. If not, you can have Jerkic down low, and you can have Dame, CJ, and Melo on the fucking outside. You can play inside out game. And here's the other thing: the Lakers are really missing Avery Bradley. They're missing perimeter defenders, man. Yep. So Dame time. When you add the Dame time with CJ McCollum, Melo, Whiteside, Gary Trent Jr., and goddamn Jerkic, against any team, not just the Lakers, any fucking team, they're a worst fucking matchup. And what could potentially happen, you got fucking have Damian Lillard doing this shit right here, talking shit to every fucking team in the league to a motherfucking championship by doing this shit and sending them fuckers home.
How about this? If I challenge anyone, whoever want to take this.
Oh man. Anyway,
hey Dre, look, you gotta get rid of that. You gotta get rid of that bubblegum internet. That crackerjack box internet.
Now, wait a minute. Listen, my brother just made a good point, man. Phoenix is undefeated in the bubble. Devin Booker's on fire. That young team is playing really well. I
don't think Phoenix get in. I don't think Phoenix gonna get in.
By no means that the Blazers just have this playoff thing wrapped up. You know, by no means do they have it wrapped up. I'm like,
no. How about this? No. Listen. Here's my
if it's Portland versus
right
Lakers,
now.
I got $100 on Portland.
I got Danny Thompson in the comments talking shit. I got Tasia Jackson in the comments talking shit. I got Merv online talking shit. I got Hyson online talking shit.
Yeah.
Whoever is the first person to say go, I challenge you. I don't want no big bottle or Diddy juice. I want Henny privilege. Whoever thinks that fucking the Blazers, 1, will make the playoffs, 2, beat the Lakers in 2 games right now, I challenge you
and
to
2
a bottle
games.
of
What
fucking
you talking about? You gotta win 4 games.
You want.
You said sweet.
You gotta win 4 games, nigga.
I said no. Listen, what I said was listen. What I said was it would be 4-0, 5-1 at best. Y'all said I was crazy. That means that y'all say that Portland will win 2 games. So
you fucking right. At least
if Portland wins 2 games, I owe you a bottle. If they do not win 2 games, you owe me a bottle of privilege.
I will take that challenge. I will take that.
Lock that bitch in. Hey, lock it right now. Put your hand up. Hey, Dre, put your hand up.
Dre, you know,
let's go.
You want to see what happened with Phoenix. I don't know if they're getting in.
Let's go. It's me and Mike.
We locked in. We locked in, motherfucker.
Dre,
we locked in.
Just so I don't swindle you, because I feel like this is an easy bet.
No.
The guard play. First of all, okay, what you said about I'm grateful I have two of top 5 players on my team, but Anthony Davis tends to not want to play down low a lot. He don't know whether he want to be a big man or a guard. He likes living out on that wing, and sometimes he does tend to disappear in the 4th quarter. The guard play, they got us hands down as far as guard play. There's not even a question about that. And why isn't anybody mentioning Gary Trent Jr., who's shooting about 60% from 3-point land in the bubble? This is not going to be easy series for us.
Sean, it's we're at an hour and 45 minutes. It's almost time for us to move on. I'm not dealing with this bullshit. I am going to say this, and this is listen. This is my last thing on this topic. This is my last.
I want that bet.
This is my last thing on this topic. Like I said, so Danny is misreading what I said, and Tasia. What I said was it would be a 4-0 sweep or 4-1 at best. So if Portland wins 2 games, they have exceeded my expectations. First off, they have to make the playoffs to exceed my expectations. And that would mean that I would owe Merv a fucking bottle. So if they do not make the playoffs or if they do not win 2 games, Merv owes me a bottle of privilege. Plain and simple. And it's not going to happen. So,
cool. Just give me my fucking
it is
bottle,
on you, guy.
Just give me my bottle. Sean. Just give me my bottle.
We got it locked
in. Locked in on national TV. On national TV, baby. This is a fucking exclusive. It's better than cable TV.
I want to lock in that bet as well.
So, Hyson was part of that. Dre,
Dre, he want part of that too. You confident, nigga? You gonna accept 2 bets?
Oh, I'll do 2.
That's 2. That's 2 right there.
On national TV, baby.
But we got to lock in.
Exclusive, baby.
We got to lock in. Again, I don't have an opinion on it. I still feel that Portland got to make it in the playoffs first before we can have that discussion. So let's see what happens. If they make it, I do think
that's the thing. They haven't even made the playoffs, and y'all, if they don't make the playoffs, I win the bet. already.
Nobody wants Portland to not go to the playoffs more than me as a Laker fan.
Of course. I think
I'm saying that right now. I ain't worried about Phoenix. I ain't worried about the Spurs. I'm worried about Portland.
Yeah, I think Portland will create more issues for the Lakers than anyone else that could possibly get there.
I agree with that, but Phoenix is the hottest team.
Booker is a baller.
He's a baller, but
he's a walking bucket.
Phoenix is a young team, inexperienced in the playoffs. Lakers will take advantage, and they'll probably sweep the Phoenix Suns with no problem at all.
I'm praying Portland will make it for real.
Portland's a little different. So I think we beat that one up enough. That's a good one. Let's see what happens. Let's reconvene if Portland makes the playoffs, and then we'll follow up again. So we only got about 15 minutes left, guys. Great topics tonight. Great dialogue on a lot of things. I want to end this on a really good note as far as just I want to go around the horn and ask everyone, just to share a couple of things for me. I want you to share your feedback on tonight's podcast going live. Again on Zingo TV, Blackjack Channel 199 on Zingo TV, as well as just your overall feel for things right now. So I want to start with you, Mark. How you feel about things, man?
Shoot, tonight was a lot of fun. I did the most laughing on this show right here more than anyone else. So I'm like, it was a lot of fun. Dre, always comes, from left field, which I love, right?
Always.
So I'm just like, man, I get to laugh. And then Merv, will get crazy when Dre comes from left field, which makes my job a lot easier because that means I get to laugh all night. But seriously though, man, just kind of, talking shit with you guys and, kind of, doing the show and everything. This was great. We can do a lot more of these. So I definitely appreciate, being on with you guys. And I'm just like, man, it's a lot of fun. So I'm just like, I'm looking forward, to the next week. And also I'm looking forward to our Battle Tomorrow, Sean. So don't think I forgot.
Indeed. Merv, what you got for me, man?
Man, I love coming on here and talking shit to y'all motherfuckers and cursing y'all the fuck out. I enjoy talking about these goddamn hip-hop topics. I enjoy talking about these sports topics. I enjoy when that motherfucker over there with that Bills hat on say some crazy shit and I check that motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy Sean calling this motherfucker with fucking diplomacy and shit. He's really a fucking politician. That fucking Tate, that fucking Governor Tate from fucking Power, if y'all ain't fucking know it. And I enjoy hearing the goddamn Mark on his Philly shit. Whatever. I don't give a fuck whether we talking about goddamn sports, hip hop, or pussy. He's gonna find a fucking way to bring Philly into that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I love when we bring Stacks on this motherfucker so he can throw in his little shit and get a little goddamn cameo. I just enjoy the whole shit. And let me tell y'all something. For all the fucking listeners, y'all ain't seen nothing yet, baby. We're gonna make it do what it do, baby. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I apologize for the viewers out there for that rant. No one know what he just said, but we'll figure it out. Stacks, I'm gonna go to you, man. Stacks like Capadonna, man, to our Wu-Tang, man. So I'm gonna go to Stacks real quick. So
Black chocolate girl wanted to shake brown like thunder. Hey, I was pulling my hair out at the beginning on the Ready to Die. I wanted to jump through the screen and knock that that losing ass Bills hat off. Yeah, you don't disrespect Biggie. You don't do that. This is something I look forward to weekly. I like when you guys bring me on, even when y'all don't bring me on. I be in here like wilding, just laughing at the commentary and all that stuff. Everybody makes really good points. And when we disagree, we agree to disagree. That's how you say it?
Yeah.
But really good topics tonight. Really good topics. That's all I got.
Word. So Dre, you were Public Enemy number 1 tonight, man.
As always.
As always. I don't know what you got going on. You got like 2 screens going at the same time, homie.
It's 2 of them. Hit the nigga in the middle. Yeah. Hit the nigga in the middle.
Hey, I apologize on behalf of everybody from Georgetown for this motherfucker, man. I apologize. My bad.
Yeah.
If anything from Georgetown, I'll be walking out.
My bad. Yo, Georgetown got so far to go, man. It came so far, man, but still got so far to go.
You're right. He sets us 10 steps back every single time, Sean.
For no reason. For no reason.
Listen, let me jump in because listen, for those that don't know, so Zingo TV is new to what's going on with me. I have made a move because of my military career. And so right now I'm not able to get proper internet. So that is what you're seeing. I'm usually the guy that's like our IT specialist and I make sure everything happens. But right now I'm having a tough time. So that is what's going on. But what I do want to say is I appreciate everyone tuning in. Again, we're on the Guys Podcast on Facebook page. We're on the Guys YouTube page. And now, first time ever, we're on the Guys and we're on Blackjack TV. And we always extend an invite to Hyson. Hyson is a very close family member to the Guys Podcast. And we always appreciate him joining in and we appreciate him coming and giving his insight.
Appreciate you having me.
This has been a short journey, but we've gone so far in that short amount of time. And so I've always appreciated Danny. Danny has been behind us from day one. I appreciate Bobby. That is the guy that actually owns Mr. Blackjack. So I appreciate all that. I appreciate the love and I appreciate the support. We have people like Tasia that tunes in every week. We have people like Bison, Bias, or whatever his name is, Loser. That's what we're gonna call him. We're gonna the Geechee Loser. He tunes in every week. We have Ms. Ingrid that tunes in every week. And it's becoming a family, and I greatly appreciate everyone always stopping in. Don't let me forget about Manny. Manny being Manny is always classic. So I appreciate all of that.
Absolutely. Just to echo what Dre said, much love and respect to Danny. Again, for having those conversations behind the scenes and this really being behind us. Also Blackjack TV, just being able to give us this opportunity as well. We came really far so fast. I mean, we didn't see this coming. This came out just having a conversation. Just came out of just having, a little bit of healthy debates and just the disagreements on different things. And now we're here. And as we keep saying every single week, we want you all who is tuning in every single week to grow with us. That's why we want you guys to be able to hop on, and talk your shit like Hyson gets on and get demolished real quick. And we love that. We love that feedback. We love that vigor. We love the candor. We all love that. So we want to continue to promote that. Just because we're on Blackjack TV, we're not going to change our style. We're going to continue to be who we are. We're going to continue to do some great things. We're going to continue to, push the envelope when it comes down to different topics. And we want you guys to also be a part of that as well. My takeaways, guys, is the fact that I think, everyone came on board tonight. We never come in this thing with a legitimate script. We always want to, confuse each other to get a natural reaction. That's the whole purpose of this. The whole purpose of the podcast is just really to talk. It's to have God talk. It's not just to have God talk. It's more to have people talk, right? Because we also looking at inclusion for women, whoever you are. We want everyone to feel a part of this, man, woman, child, whatever you are, whoever you are. We want you all want to grow with us. I would say just a couple of announcements real quick. We do have a battle tomorrow. Myself and Mark, we're going to do the West Coast battle. We haven't done anything West Coast yet. So we're really going to do a West Coast battle.
Wait, that's not entirely true. I did have the West Coast and then demolished everybody. But go ahead and continue with your point.
I'm talking about exclusive West Coast, only West Coast. So those of you who have khakis, go and get those khaki Dickies pressed out, creased out, get some Converse on. I'm not doing it, but you can do it. But I'm gonna have the game. Mark gonna have Kendrick. We're gonna have some good music.
You gonna have who?
You gonna have who?
I got the game.
Well, rest in peace.
And Mark got Kendrick.
Good choice, Mark.
I'm gonna show you. I bet I can tell you. But anyhow, we're gonna have some fun tomorrow. I'm gonna dust Mark off real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get ready for stats.
What time?
It's going to be at what time is tomorrow, Dre? Is it 8 or 7?
Or 7.
7:30.
7:30 tomorrow. I'll be done with Mark by 8:30. So
Damn.
Oh shit! Quick work.
Damn.
Dreaming.
Quick work.
Oh, that's gonna be dreams and nightmares for real, and the nightmares will be for you.
I'll make it.
How do we get back to Philly?
Yeah,
You always get back.
Always. Always.
I would say that in closing, the Rough Riders doc begins tonight. Tonight is the last episode of the No Limit Records doc as well. Really good episode so far, and Rough Riders kick off tonight as well. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Go get the RZA book. It's an old book, but go back and get that. Wu-Tang Manual. It's a great book. So make sure you get that. Continue to tune in for us. Continue to support us. Continue to share comments, share feedback, so we can always show that love back to you all. And again, my brothers, good show tonight. I thank you all. Anybody got any parting words? Anything else? If not, salute to everybody.
Salute.
Peace.
Peace out.